thanks everyone for coming out and supporting the 43rd Charity Shield here at WIN Stadium. A great game of footy between the Rabbits and the Dragons. Of course, the Rabbits getting up for 2026-28 over the Dragons 24. We will call on the South Sydney Rabbitohs CEO, Blake Soley, and of course the chairman, I should say, for South Cares, James Patterson, to present Bronson Garlick the Charity Shield for 2026.
Thank you to the Dragons. It's obviously a wonderful tradition. We play the Charity Shield each year, and obviously the South Cares for hosting this year's Charity Shield. So thank you guys, appreciate it.
Thanks, Bronson. Thanks everyone for coming out and supporting the Charity Shield and the foundations, South Cares, and also the Dragon community. We look forward to seeing you back here at WIN Stadium.
Well done to the South Sydney Rabbitohs, Charity Shield holders for 2026. A brave effort from those young bunnies. Cookie, where did that get away on you?
Oh, look, we had a lot of good moments and patches of the game, but there was ones where we just put ourselves under a lot of pressure. Probably tried to chance our hand a little bit too much. So definitely some learnings to take out of tonight for sure. Our first real hit out with the main players together, but we'll build from that.
Yeah, any players jump out of the ground to go to Vegas? They said there was a couple of positions left open. Do you reckon anyone's put themselves in the frame?
Look, a lot of boys had a good crack tonight. Like I said, there was a few across the board though. There's just too many errors and putting us under pressure. But Setu, I thought he was doing some great work. Dave Farley, they were doing some great stuff out there in the centre wing. So for a couple of young boys, they definitely don't look out of place. So like Flano's been dangling that carrot for the Vegas trip. So it's good that we all got through the game. I'm pretty sure there's no injuries. So that's the most important thing, and we'll see who's going over.
Your own game, mate. You must be very happy. You picked up a try. Typical run from yourself. Close to the line and then the little rubber.
I'm more filthy about a certain moment where I dropped it open. So
we forget those ones, mate.
Acco didn't let me forget it. So, but yeah, I was pretty happy with it. There was definitely some times. There's a couple of periods here where I've got a bit, first game fitness coming into it and got a bit lazy with my pass. They started to get a little bit loopy there. So that's going to obviously happen. But defensively, I thought I was good.
What about your old mate Dufty at the back, mate?
Mate, what a pick-up for South. The last time I versed him was actually in Oztag near Cronulla in the off-season, so it's good to see him back over here in Australia. He played some great footy over there, but tonight, I think, pretty sure he just told me he was playing and training for free at the moment, so I'm sure that will change.
All right, Vegas, mate. Vegas on your mind now. How are you feeling about the trip?
I'm feeling really good and excited. I've been lucky enough to do the trip before a couple of years ago with the Bunnies, so I know what it's sort of all about, but I know the NRL's done a lot every year to make sure it's a really special experience. So looking forward to the rest of the boys getting over there, and hopefully we can put a show on for over there as well. And it's just a special moment to think that we can play over there in Vegas, in Americas. Just memories you'll never forget.
We'll do the review, reset, and we will see you at Allegiant Stadium in just a couple of weeks' time.
All right, I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Damien Cook there, of course, a little disappointed about the Charity Shield tonight, but that is now in the rear vision mirror. They will set course for a spectacular season opener. And you don't want Shane Flanagan to be carrying the divots off tonight.
No. Well, Vegas is clearly on their mind tonight. They're a little bit off with their mindset, and it is very exciting. I was fortunate enough to experience Vegas as a coach and taking a group of players over there. It's a very exciting moment for the club. So I'll wash up tomorrow and clear this one out of their minds and set the focus on Vegas. I'm sure there'll be some positives out of the game tonight, certainly.
It's a tough sort of game to play in those sort of games. You expect to win. You nearly got your full strength side on the field, and when they created a lot more opportunities in that first half. I was shocked myself when they went at half-time at 12-all. I'm thinking, well, the Dragons have looked all over them, but South Sydney, they just hung in there. They've got a lot of good young fellas that are getting a little bit of experience now, and I reckon we're going to see a lot more of them during the season, a lot of those young fellas.
Well, the depth looks good for South Sydney, and of course, it is a set and forget for the Dragons.
Well, it's got to be, Von. That's the way you got to look at it for Shane Flanagan and his staff and the players. It is a trial game, and it is handled differently mentally by, this is obviously a much more senior group for the Dragons. One of the things in the back of their mind, and regardless, you cannot get out of the back. I want to be on that plane. and injuries and all that, you know, putting your body on the line. I'm not making excuses for the Dragons, but, you know, they'll move on from this and get ready for what will be a fantastic occasion for themselves and all their fans and the club. So let's focus on that now if I'm a Dragon.